I'm here with more Loriisms. Well, today we're going to actually end up talking about the birth kit, which is what every person who comes to South Coast Midwifery gets a birth kit. I always think of it as like their graduation cap and gown, like, woohoo, we're getting close to the big day. So we're going to go over it, what's in it today, because people often think, so what do I have to have ready for me if I'm having the baby at the birth center or at home? Well, today we're going to talk about the birth kit, and then the next episode will be even more information for you people who are having a home birth. It'd be really cool. But so what's in there? Let's talk about this. It's not a real mystery, honestly. But first of all, we have sanitary pads, because you'll be needing to use these after you have the baby, of course. And we're going to you'll have some written instructions about applying witch hazel on the top of them and then putting them in your freezer so that after you have the baby, it'd be really comfortable and makes you feel really nice after you had the baby and when you're a little puffy and swollen or sore down here. So also, we have, these are absorbent under pads, or what some of you might see as puppy pads. Kind of the same thing, but for mamas. And we use them during your labor if there's any leaking of fluid or blood or anything during the birth. And if you're having a home birth or here, we use it a lot to just kind of keep everything nice and clean where you're going to be at. Then, let's see, there's some lubricant. That is actually used by the midwives on the Doppler so that when we listen to the baby, as well as when we do need to do an internal exam. Then we have a whole bunch of gloves, sterile gloves. Whenever you go through your own kit, it's okay to look through all this stuff and have fun with it, but if it's sterile, just don't open that. Let the midwife utilize that whenever she comes to your house. Or at the birth center. Then we also have gauze pads, and those are used for various reasons. Sometimes just a little cleanup. Sometimes we use them during the process of the baby being born, and we may use the gauze or washcloths to put nice warm compresses on your perineum and help it stretch so you don't tear and that kind of thing. It feels really, really good. Then there's oh, this is an interesting bottle. It's actually, we call it a peri bottle, and what it'll be used for is if your water breaks, you're going to add warm water, and we'll be instructing you on how to rinse and keep really clean so that you don't get any kind of infections and that kind of thing during your labor. Another thing that's in here is actually plastic sheeting that you will make put on your bed, and there's a whole instructions in your handbook about how to do that, about putting a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, then the plastic, and then another fitted sheet. And then we use that during birth, and whenever after you've had the baby, we remove the dirty one and the plastic, and then you've got a whole nice clean bed right there for you to rest afterwards. There's things in here like the straws. They're not anything mystery. They're bendable, and we use it for you to have a little sip whenever you're in the tub or that kind of thing. There's also some cute little disposable underwear in here that you can use after your baby's been born, and you rinse out really easy, and they can be reused. There's a bulb syringe that we very, very seldom use, but occasionally we might want to use it, or it'll be a great bath toy for your baby later on if we don't use it. Another thing that we have is something called Know Your Blood Type. If you have either O type blood or are negative, we will want to find out what your baby's cord blood type is, and we can do that at your house. You don't have to go to the lab, which is really cool. Another thing that we have in here is called the amnicator. It's a little Q-tip that has changes with the pH of whatever it's touched. If you ever think that your water's broken, we're going to instruct you on how to dip it into the fluid, and then we can determine whether or not it really is your water broken, which has released. And then there's a little teeny tiny baby hat. This is just in case we need to keep your baby's head more warm for any reason. It's just kind of cute. You can also just like a little keepsake too, if you want to. That's about it. So that's what comes in your birth kit that we will be giving to you. And then in the next segment, we're going to go over what you need to put together at your house for your home birth. Thanks.